What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Season 9 of NHL 24 Washington Capitals Franchise Mode Series. As always, guys, if you mind leaving a thumbs up on this video, I'd really appreciate it. As you guys can see, we're currently 5-0-1 in the preseason. Brady Tkachuk has got 10 points in 6 games. You guys missed the last episode, unfortunately. A pretty unfortunate end, I think, to this season. We got bounced in the first round. I felt like we actually had a team more than good enough to win the Stanley Cup. Unfortunately, Montreal there won their 3rd cup in 4 years. They were able to build a dynasty. Very, very impressive, work there by the AIGM. I'm really hoping we can win at least one cup here in the last couple seasons. We haven't won one yet, so hopefully we get lucky this season or next, because obviously we're running out of time. So I do think this team's definitely good enough, and honestly too, I think the majority of the team's coming back next year, so we could potentially go back-to-back here in the final 3 seasons, which would be pretty cool. First line, you got McKenna, who's a 95, playing with Hagen's there, 90, Tkachuk, 93, getting a +5. Rachesky, made a big trade for him, he's 89. Playing with McCamey there, 87. You're going to get better, 22 medium elite, as well as Brady Tkachuk. I am trying something different this year, splitting up the Tkachuk brothers. I think, chemistry-wise it works out better. Plus, they're both power forwards, so it just, I think, is a better line fit. Third line, Andrew Crystal there with Berkeley Cat and Ryan Leonard. Fourth line, Alexis Joseph with the Griva twins. In terms of the defense, we got Hughes and Sider top pair, Howden DuPont on the second, and then Legacy Von Fursten on the bottom. They get a -3. Von Fursten, though, is like a nasty player. We drafted him in the 6th round as like a 72 low elite enforcer defenseman. You guys can see there, 5-star physical. I think he had like 98 strength out of the draft. He's playing with Legacy as well. He's got really solid defensive numbers, so I don't understand them having a -3. I might just rock it and see what happens. In terms of the goaltending, Balders are starting out 84. Solid there, backing up to 83. You look at the special teams here as well, I think pretty stacked. Like power play 1 there looks nasty. They get a +5. Same with power play 2. I think both the foremans are looking good. In terms of the PK, like we've got solid defensive players. Got the Griva twins on the second unit there. Leonard Joseph made sure like every single player is getting some special team time. I think too, no negative chemistry at all, which obviously is awesome to see. So we'll see if this season is our year. In terms of the AHL team, absolutely stacked. Like, I mean, come on. The top 6 there's all 80 min. Even the bottom 6, mostly high 70s. Defensively, high 70s, low 80s. Good chemistry. Goaltending, you got 80 Ekman. Gruel backing up to 72. Highly potential. So a lot of good things to look forward to with this team. And now in terms of the ratings for this team, guys, we've got 100 offense, 98 defense, 86 goaltending. So that should be good enough to make a deep playoff run. I think at this point, we're really just hoping we get lucky. Also, too, guys, before I forget, I have to hand out some contract extensions. So DuPont there we signed to 1 year, which means cannot extend him, unfortunately. Should be able to get him under contract next season as long as he doesn't, pop off too much. Joseph here wants, 925K. We only actually need him for 1 more year, so it doesn't really matter. We'll do 2 years there, 875, which is insane for 83, honestly. Legacy, what's he want? 2.2. Might have to wait because obviously DuPont's kind of a higher value. Goaltending, solid. I feel like he could be a good backup, especially at League Min. So we'll do that. And here we go, guys. Joseph said yes to that contract offer. That's crazy. Under 900K for 2 years from 83. You guys can see there maybe for a second. Hagens was actually 2 points a game in the preseason. I'm hoping he'll keep it up. Solid there, accepted. So we got our backup goalie under contract. All right, guys. The Ducks just offered us the 4th round pick and Novak for a second. I'm going to say no to this, but I want to show you guys. Currently 10-0-1 in the regular season. As I say that, we get our first regulation loss, but still 11-1-1 to start the year. Okay, I'm definitely jinxing it. All right, guys, so it's the end of December now. We have a record of 22-11-3. As I was showing you, we were 11-0-1 to start the year, and then we actually went and lost 5 straight games, which is hilarious. So we're 22-11-3, which means we went 11-11 after starting out 11-0, which is, pretty funny. I'm not sure how often that would happen. AHL team, 22-7-2, first in our division. I think we were also first. Yeah, we are. So, can't be too upset. Leading scorer there, Hagen's almost a point per game, AHL. Casey, again, just over a point per game. The dude's an absolute beast. Unfortunately, Max has a 79, but he's definitely a big part of that AHL success. All right, guys, so at the deadline now with a record of 34-22-6. Unfortunately, we're such a streaky team. We did such a better record. We just didn't collapse once in a while. As you can see here, start of the month, we got 7 straight losses. I don't understand that. So, like I said, we could be a bit more consistent here. I think we'd be even higher in the standings. 34-22-6, I thought was better than a wildcard team. I think that just shows you how good the East is. Hopefully, can hold on to this spot. AHL team, they're first in the division, so they're crushing it. 36-12-5. Casey, they're still over a point per game, well over a point per game, honestly. 63-53. NHL-wise, Rachesky, our new guy, 55-62 leading scorer. Not bad, not amazing numbers, so definitely a buyer, even though we're in a wildcard spot. We got 2 years left. We're going for it. If we can't make an improvement to this team, I will try. Wow, Carlson, franchise potential now. #1 player on the block. He's got almost max trade value. That'd be tough to pull off. Brant Clark there, same thing. Shane Wright's a bit more affordable. Matty Beniers especially, 4 years, $7 million. Vinny, 90 overall goalie, $5.8 million for 1 more year. Could potentially bring him in if our guys aren't doing enough. 89 overall unsigned player, Trevor Zegras, Bowen Byram now with the Kraken. Kyrie there with the Avs. Chinikov on the Ducks. Okay, so I would take a look at Vinny, but again, we'll have to take a look at our goalies first, see how they're playing. I definitely don't think I could bring them back next year, but we could fit them in as a rental. So let's take a look here. Ball as our starting goalie, 902, 297. Not bad, not amazing. Solid, 89, 334. Definitely had a lot better numbers in the AHL. So Vinny's definitely a guy we could go after. 918, 267, 90 overall, 84 poise. He looks to be pretty solid. Now we'll have to retain 50% on him. Maybe I can make something happen here. Now, as you guys can see here, we have two high elite goalies. Lindback, 1968. Gruel's 2272. So 3 years older, only 4 overall higher. Lindback's definitely the better goalie. Would Gruel get it done? It looks to be actually, I think we could maybe pack a pick here with Vinny. Wow, they have Dustin Wolf as well, who's a 90. So that's why he's on the block. And this guy, 2386 in the AHL. Eric 2. Jeez, the Flames are just stacked at goaltender. Okay, so we can get Vinny plus a 4th for highly goalie, make a run at it here in the last year, maybe even help us win some more games regular season. I think it's definitely worth it. Flames say yes. Okay, so that's a big trade. I'll still take a look around, but I feel like that definitely adjusts the position of need for us. And now next you guys are finding a big trade to Winnipeg Jets to get Ville Heinola. Got him retaining 50%. You can see he's 86 overall. As I say that, Dallas offers us Adam Cherachek, not under contract for one of the Grieva twins. That is a no. So as I was saying, Heinola 50%. 86 overall, has stick him up X Factor, 88 D awareness, 90 shot block, 93 stick check. Really good skater there, 89 speed excel. Pretty good physical. Honestly, just a very good like all-around defenseman. 91 offensive awareness, 86 poise, decent passer. He'd honestly probably be the perfect fit to our team. He'll either play second pair or just be a huge boost at the bottom. Offering up a first-round pick this year. McGinn is a medium top 6 forward prospect. They actually want a low bomb 6 and a medium bomb 6, so we can throw those guys in. Cherry on top, make this go through. The value's on our side. See what the Jets say. Wow, okay, so I feel like we made a couple really nice moves here to beef up our team. Didn't have to trade away any of our NHL players as well, so it basically means that after we rent out Heinola and Vinny this season, we'll still have the rest of the guys coming back next year. In terms of like legacy, Von Fursten, whoever gets better chemistry on the bottom pair, that's who's going to play. Goaltending-wise, I think Ball will definitely be the backup, and then Solid will just be the third string. Also, too, guys, even after trading our first-round pick, look at how many picks we still have in this final draft. Like, that's crazy. Definitely, you know, looking for some steals. Anybody that we can draft of value, which of course we'll use to help make some big trades in the final year. All right, guys, so the trade deadline's now complete. I feel like I made a couple nice moves. Didn't really need to make any more than that. Vegas there, getting Troy Terry. I feel like at this point, though, probably not quite as high rated, a little bit older. Montour to the Canadians. Brad Lambert there to the Wild. Let's see here. Romanov to the Leafs. Gaucher to the Oilers. Our trade for Heinola. You got Jake Bean there to the Leafs as well, so they're kind of loading up a bit. After that, a lot of picks getting moved. Cole Hudson there to the Coyotes. Okay, so that's Lane Hudson's brother. Pinelli to the Hurricanes. Sogard there going to the Canadians. Hagel to the Flames. Our trade for Vinny. Sean Farrell to the Vegas Golden Knights. McLeod to the Leafs. Sandine to the Avalanche. So I feel like nothing too crazy, but pretty active deadline. Now, having said that, look at this Brandon Hagel trade. The Flames also got Huttinen, Klang, and Weisblatt for Gruel there, who we traded them in a 7th round pick. So they got a pretty good return there in flipping him, although it is annoying to see like teams flipping players every deadline. Alright guys, so after the trade deadline, here's an updated look at the team. Obviously, forward group staying the same. Defensively, we still have Hughes and Seider on that top pair. Howden Dupont on the second with Von Fursten, Heinola on the bottom. I wanted Heinola on the second, but as you can see, we go back to -3. And then Von Fursten gets to stay over the other guy, simply because he's actually got a better plus-minus. Legacy there is a -8. You look at Von Fursten here, he's actually plus-minus a 0. They're both just giving a 0 chemistry. I noticed here Howden, kind of surprising stats. 2 goals, a 0 assist. I'm not really sure how he pulled that one out. Obviously, goaltending-wise, Vinny there is our starting goalie. Heinola, I think, too, is getting some PK time. No power play time, though. So hopefully, like, those two trades kind of push our team over the top. I don't really think we give up, too much for it. Obviously, somehow, with the pretty good record we have, we're just hanging on there to the second wildcard spot in the East. So let's see what happens. All right, guys, so making the playoffs is coming right down the wire because the Metro Division's so stacked. You might have seen there, we're currently in the first wildcard spot in the East. Penguins are 93 points on the second. The Rangers, though, 91. 3 games left. We've got 2. And our last 2 games are against the Rangers. So if we lose both these games, I think we're out. If we go 1-1, maybe we're in. And if we go 2-0, I think we're guaranteed in. So we'll see what happens here. This is deciding our fate. 1 game away, 1 game at home. And okay, I mean, we'll take that. 3 points, a win, and OT loss. We actually do get an X there, guaranteed to spot in the playoffs. The Rangers are out. All right, so that is good to see. As I mentioned, guys, the Metro. Are you kidding me? The Flyers in last place have 88 points. The Devils second last have 90. I've never seen a division this good. You go to the Atlantic, 88 points would have you 4th instead of last. In the West there, The Avalanche make the playoffs. They're currently in a spot with 82. Golden Knights have 83. They're in the third spot. The West is just absolutely terrible compared to the East, so not even fair. I guess the Red Wings, though, are the worst team in the league, 50 points. I don't know how that happened, but of course we're in the division that's, absolutely stacked. Luckily, we did find a way to get in here. Rachesky, our leading scorer this year, 77-82, almost a point per game. Unfortunately, no one's really been popping off for us. I was hoping that'd be McKenna. Casey there is popping off there for the AHL team. They're still first in their division with 101 points, so I think they'll be winning the regular season for the third or fourth time now in the AHL. Now behind Rachesky here, guys, who again we just added last summer, definitely a big pickup. We got McCamey. I'm surprised to see his name, 76 points. Good thing too. I think he's extended. Yeah, $4 million. Wow, I'm honestly really surprised he did that with not the greatest shot. Still had 23 goals. Behind him, you had Matthew Tkachuk and Hagens, both at 67. Honestly, Matthew Tkachuk being a 93 should be getting more than 67 points, especially 21 minutes a night. He is 34 now. Maybe that's why. Hagens also should be doing better. Brady Tkachuk. Hopefully the Tkachuks at least perform in the playoffs for us. McKenna just has not been much of a goal scorer. Hughes 61 is solid. So we had 7 players with 60 plus points. Definitely scoring by committee. Andrew Crystal, 50 points this year. That's big from him. Berkeley Catton, same thing. So 7 guys 60 plus, 9 guys 50 plus. Lane Dupont 44 is not bad at all. Leonard put in 30. We'll see how Enola did for us. More kind of concerned about plus minus. Plus 1. Oh my gosh, he only had 3 points, 19 games. He was playing bomb there though, no power play, so it makes sense. Let's see, Vinny, 918-267 with us. Oh my goodness. What? How are your stats that? 888 and a 318, 7-4-1. What the heck? Do we have to go with Ball, who's got 901, or I think we have to go Vinny. He's the better goalie. I don't know why his numbers are like that. We got solid defense. Doesn't really make sense to me. AHL Ekman here, insane numbers. 915-216. Let's see, behind Casey, City there, 67, Beck, 66, Hoffman, 65. This line guy couldn't make an NHL team. Depends how he's going to grow this summer. Same even goes for Andronov. And I look at the entire league here, guys. Mitch Marner taking home the Art Ross Trophy, 110 points. Matthews right behind him, and Nylander. So that Leafs top line just dominated. Bedard, 102. Cheeberkov, 101. He, of course, went Art Ross before. Nick Robertson, 99. What the heck? These Leafs are insane. Barzell, Isaac Fast, Elliot Dagno. Hopefully I said his name right. In terms of the goals, Bedard, Maurice Richard actually tied with Quinn Maloney there on the Islanders. Interesting. 62 goals for both of them. Defensive scoring there, Adam Fox, 86 plus 27. He's taking on the Norris. Quinn Hughes, though, 4th in defensive scoring. Still definitely, I'd say, worth the money we're paying him, although it is quite a bit. Goalies, Trey Augustine for the Leafs, 47 wins. He's actually a Red Wings draft pick. What's he rated? 86. Save percentage here for a starter. Herabel there, 9-2. He's also got the lowest goals against, 252. That's with the Coyotes. Rookie skaters here. Safronov on the Montreal Canadiens, 61 points. I can't believe, just how, good they continue to be. Although, having said that, I think I might have saw that they actually missed the playoffs. Take a look here at the entire league. Maple Leafs President's Trophy, 124. Okay, we finished 8th with 98 points. And, we barely made the playoffs. Rangers there at 12 get absolutely screwed. Let's see. Yeah, Montreal 18, they do not make the playoffs. So, after winning 3 Stanley Cups in 4 years, they're out. Vegas and Winnipeg, 83-82. That is so ridiculous that those teams got in. Again, Red Wings last place with 50 points. Sucks to see that. I really hope in real life that does not happen. Goals 4 here. Toronto Maple Leafs lead. Montreal who missed the playoffs. They're in 3rd. I don't see us, but I assume, we're somewhere in the middle. Now, goals against per game. I don't see us either for being one of the best or one of the worst. So, I guess we're somewhere in the middle for both. But honestly, it doesn't matter. As long as we show up in the playoffs, our guys perform. That's all that matters. You get in, and then you hope to be lucky with the playoff sim. We've got the Islanders here in the first round. So they got Barzell. They got the Maurice Richard Trophy winner. And maybe you guys can see that lineup. So Maloney was the guy who won the Rocket, playing Barzell and Horvat. Horvat's still an 86. That's 37 is impressive. Malcolm Spence there from the Erie Otters. Hermanson, Tuparainen, Krause, okay. Wallstrom 85 on the 3rd line. Let's see. Defensively, they got Lane Hudson. He's gone from Canadians. Noah Dobson up to a 92. Pollock's still there. Joseph, a 78. Aaron Ekblad. Yoki Harju. Goaltender Sorokin's still there. 85 overall at 36. Honestly, I feel like goalies take longer to develop, but they do kind of stay good longer. So I don't know if that's coded to the game at all, but good to see. He still has a decent rating there at 36. Hopefully, though, we can put a bunch past him in the playoffs. First 2 games are going to be on Long Island. And we get a 4-3 OT loss and 3-1 win. Okay, I'll go 1-1 through our calendars here. Come on, headed home. 2-0 win. Love to see that. 5-1 win, some momentum now. Just won 3 games straight. There we go. Game 5. We win 5-1. Out of round 1. I have a little bit of a sigh of relief there, at least, not bouncing the first round again. Next year, we get the Pittsburgh Penguins, so I actually have no idea what that team looks like after losing Crosby, Malkin. Rachevsky, 9 points in 5 games. He's been an absolute hero for us this year. Definitely, happy with that decision to make the trade for him. Now look at that Penguins lineup. They've got this Tristan Braz guy playing on the first line. Dylan Strome, Kovalenko. Okay, Garland, Lesterainen, and Gensel. Not the best second line. Bottom 6 is pretty average. Defensively, is pretty average too. 85 is their best. Like, Hughes and Sider is our top pair. Even our second pair would actually be better than any pairing they have. Goaltending, they got this 88 Andronov guy. Okay, second round pick by the Preds, 2025. I mean, I don't know. Aside from the goalie, actually, like, Vinny's literally higher rated than him. We are better than their team every way, so not going to be too confident, unfortunately, but we do have the better team on paper. Even without Ovi and Crosby, I feel like it's still a classic rivalry, so we'll see what happens. First 2 games in Pittsburgh. 3-2 win, we'll take that. And 5-4 loss, I don't mind 1-1. Headed home here to Washington. Game 3 and 4, 4-3 loss, and a 6-4 loss. Wow. So after winning the first game, we lose 3 straight, all by a goal or 2. Can we win 3 straight now to move on to the conference final? It's going to be close. Game 5 in Pitt. Are you kidding me? I thought like this team had it in them, especially with the trade deadline acquisitions, but apparently it was not meant to be. AHL team, looks like they beat Wilkes-Barre Scranton Penguins in the first round. Makes it up for us a little bit, but then lose to Hartford there in 3. And look at this, guys. Of course, we lose the eventual champions there in the Pittsburgh Penguins. Calder Cup champs were actually the Bakersfield Condors. So, I mean, at least we lost the eventual champs. I think that's happened a few times now. St. Louis there is picking first overall. You get a few top 10 picks actually being moved via trade, which is interesting to see. So, I'll take a look at the awards next year. I can't believe some of like the most unlucky, playoffs, I think, in this franchise sim. The good news is we do still have 1 chance left at it. Hopefully in that final year, the team will find a way. Now, Rachevsky and Kachuk there, both over a point per game. McCamey was a point per game. I feel like, yeah, oh my gosh, he's at 90 now. Are you kidding me? Schotter's looking a bit more respectable. He's got 99 passing. Such a good all-around player. I didn't even realize 5-star physical, 99 aggressiveness, body checking, and strength, with 99 stick check as well. Not very fast, but I mean, on a $4 million deal, a 90 overall center, that's crazy. Kachuk there at 8, Sam McKenna. I mean, it's tough to, like, really blame anyone here. I mean, Quinn Hughes was a -2 there. What was Sider? Also -2, and then on the same DPR. Like, that's not too terrible. Vinny played a lot better in the playoffs in the regular season. 917, 271. We can't put it on him either. Take a look here at the playoff tree. So, the Penguins team. I just realized, too, not only did they win the Stanley Cup, but, like, we looked at that roster. It was so much worse than ours. So, like, what is the issue? We have an A-plus head coach, a stacked roster, and we're losing to that Pittsburgh Penguins team. Like, I don't get it. They didn't even go to Game 7. They beat the Hurricanes in 5, Capitals in 5, Leafs in 6, and then the Flames there in 5. Take home the Stanley Cup. Look at the awards next year, guys. I think all the teams. Individually here, Marner Art Ross Trophy and the Hart. Fox James Norris is 3rd now in 5 years. Marner Lady Bing as well. He's cleaning up. Calder there, Safronov, Conn Smythe, Kovalenko. Herbal got the Vezina and William Jennings like we thought. Nissan Columbus, Bill Masterton. Islanders coach Jack Adams. Leo Carlson, Selke. Marner, Ted Lindsay. And then Maloney there, Maurice Richard with Connor Bedard. So AHL team here, like I mentioned, we've won the regular season there. The past 3 straight years is pretty crazy. Only have 1 Calder Cup in those years. Bakersfield actually just went back-to-back. Individually there, Casey, most points in the league, his first time winning that. Also got MVP his first time. Olofsson, most goals. Hoffman there, best rookies. That's pretty cool. And then, I mean, absolute domination by Casey in the AHL. 4 straight best defenseman awards. Let's see if we can make it 5 next year. Vamelka there, best goalie. Cherniev, MVP of the playoffs. Gritsyuk, sportsmanship. I'm just guessing on some of these names. While Patty there, community involvement. And then Vamelka also had the lowest goals again. So, again, guys, a pretty tough bounce, I would say, in the playoffs. Casey was a point per game for the AHL team. I want to just take one more look at this Penguins team because it's honestly, like, not computing in my brain. Their best player was an 89. Like, look at that. Look at that. Are you kidding me? 7 players above 89. And then we have 2 89s there. Hayden Drachevsky, an 89 goalie Vinny. He was a 90. I guess he dropped after this season. And this the team that beats us in the playoffs? Not only us, but this is the team that wins the Stanley Cup. I don't understand. Like, what are you supposed to do? Again, I think that just shows, how much luck is involved. And in real life, there is a lot of luck for sure, but I feel like sometimes in this game it seems like there's even more. Again, we got the A+ head coach. Staff chemistry I think actually went down. I want to say it was high 60s to start the year, but what are you going to do? Hopefully, like I said in the last year, we can finally get that elusive Stanley Cup. We do have one more draft here as well. Again, if we can get lucky, get some steals, we can maybe make a big trade. Now, looking at retired players first here, though. Philip Forsberg retires to the Oilers. Sean Couturier, Trocheck, Raquel, Monahan. Honestly, overall, not a crazy retirement class. Now, having said that, Tom Wilson calls it quits. Did feel bad with trading him. You can see down to a 77. Wasn't making as much there anymore. Could have brought him back as a scratch player, maybe for the final year. I did see someone say that, but still making almost $2 million is tough. Allmark, Kuso, Mers Lincoln's there. All retire as well. And so we're getting to the draft now, guys. As I showed you before, no first round pick, but I do have a bunch of mid and late picks. So take a look here at this final draft class. Is there somebody sick? Doesn't look like it. Medium elite going first. How do we not have information on these guys? I've got 2 scouts in each CHL league. I still don't understand how that works out. But whatever. I mean, at 6, you got a medium elite player as well. Gems here, we got 3. I mean, the low elite at 200 is pretty good. The other 2, honestly, at that draft position, don't even really seem worth it. Now, guaranteed potentials. Okay. This U.S. left winger could be medium elite, going to go late. Same with this Finnish goalie. Now, as I mentioned, guys, Vinny and Hinola are both just rentals. We do not have the cap space to re-sign them. If we get a 4th round pick, though, for their rights in the Kings, I think that'd be a great trade. They say yes. Okay, so it's a great deal for us. Now, next year, guys, I am trying to make a blockbuster trade with the Chicago Blackhawks to get Connor Bedard. I don't really know what else I need to say about him, but at this point, he's 96 overall. He had 62 goals last year and 102 points. Basically, what people were saying, I've got his best friend, I've got his cousin, why not try and get Bedard? So, obviously, he has the max amount of trade value. It's going to be tough to pull this off, but I think we actually might have the pieces. Hagen's there is close to max trade value. Also, to adding the melee prospect there in Paulson. On top of him, we've actually got the defenseman here who's probably going to cost too much to re-sign in Legacy. And on top of him as well, we got Ryan Leonard. Reason I'm actually including Leonard there is because we've got this Maloney guy who's going to make the team next year. Already an 80. He's a grinder. Amazing defensive stats there. 80 awareness, 93 shot block, stick check, 5-star physical. I feel like he could take over on the 4th line. And then probably have Alexis Joseph, one of the Grieva twins, jump to the 3rd. So we'll see what they say to this first offer. The value's on our side, but probably going to have to still add more than this. Yeah, trades rejected. I mean, it's a pretty good, package. I think next thing we got to do, just add the high elite goalie there, Lindback. We're never going to really use him. At this point, I mean, that's an insane package, I think, for Bedard. Like, an almost as good player. Me elite forward. Leonard jumps in your lineup. Solid high top 4 defenseman, a high elite goalie. Like, you can build your whole, future team around these guys. We'll see what Chicago says to this now. I feel like there's a chance. Trade still rejected. The value isn't there. I mean, honestly, that's fair. It's definitely worth it. We need something to push us over the hump. We got a lot of good pieces. We're just trying to bring in the best, though. So you know what, guys? I swapped out Leonard from Maloney here. At this point, they get a franchise center, 2 medium elite forwards, a high top 4 defenseman, and a high elite goalie. Again, can completely build your whole franchise around this. Is this enough, though, for the Blackhawks to say yes for Bedard? Wow. I don't know if it's even possible to get him apart from trading away McKenna, which again would kind of defeat the purpose. Alright guys, so after failing to get Connor Bedard, I'm saying screw it. Let's try and get Connor McDavid. 93 overall, so he's only 3 overall less. But as you can see, the trade value is like less than half as much. Sorry, they're 11.5 for the next 3 years, a bit more. But I mean, last year the dude's still a really good player. Like, put up 81 points, about a point per game. Doesn't even have Draisaitl. He's still doing that. So what I'm thinking though, to get him in terms of salary, trade value, it's probably going to cost a cider. So if we do that, I was looking here, they got this guy, or he's actually at the very top, Dwyer, 84 overall, medium elite, extended for $1 million for next year, insane contract, very solid defensively. If we could get both McDavid and Dwyer here from the Oilers, it'd be a huge, huge trade for us. So again, cider, I think actually has slightly more value than McDavid. Not going to be enough probably on its own. Ryan Leonard here, I think, is replaceable with the guys we got in the AHL. So we do those two. The trade does work. We'll try this first. I think the Oilers say no. Yeah, trade's rejected. I mean, that's fair enough. So next here, we'll try adding on a medium elite goalie. Before we use that high elite, we'll try Eklund there. Trade still rejected. Let's try Paulson first, though. Medium elite forwards. Got a lot of value. Trade's rejected. Looks like, it's probably pretty close. Maybe we throw that medium elite goalie back on. Save the high elite for, the trade deadline. Just a touch. Okay, so let's add literally, look at all these picks. I'm not making that many picks this last year. 6th round pick. I feel like the Oilers should say yes to this. There we go. Okay, so massive trade there. Didn't get Bedard, but I think we can settle for Connor McDavid. You look at our forwards here. What is that? We've got 5 guys, 90 plus, couple 89s. I think in terms of the third line, it's going to be Crystal, Catton, and then honestly, there's a few options. Like you got Joseph to get called up. That Grinder's elite could keep getting better. Maloney, defensively too. Even after Sider, DuPont slides right in that top pair. He's a 90 plus. Howden Dwyer second, Legacy, Von Fersen. Honestly, might even trade away Legacy if we can't afford to keep him, especially since we're getting that -3 chem. But at this point, guys, I'm just assuming to our pick, end of the second round. Hopefully there's somebody here that's actually got value. Now there's this gem here, Kapitanov. I don't really know, low top 4. I'm just going to do it for fun. It's the last draft. He is a low top 4. See, that doesn't really make a ton of sense, that pick. Now next year, guys, sending number 88. This is definitely a little bit risky because our guy's supposed to go 89. And he is still there. Okay, Patrick Palat. He's actually guaranteed medium top 6 forward. Again, I was thinking about taking him with our last pick because honestly, it would have been better value. Fourth round, we actually have a couple back-to-back picks here. Could take this guy who's got a small chance to be medium elite. I'll probably instead take Cummins here. Could be medium elite, left wing American. And medium top 6, 49 overall. Still not that bad, especially at that spot. We'll take that all day. Next up here, again, we're just going to go back to the pins. I'm thinking the Finnish goalie could also be medium elite. And he is medium elite. All right, so there we go. We trade one away and immediately replace him. Still have our high elite goalie, like I mentioned, too. Use the deadline if there is a big trade worth it. If not, I'm fine just keeping. I'm being a little bit more realistic, probably. 124. All these guys are the 200s. I think at this point, we're just going to take a chance. So Lawton here could be medium elite. He's got an NHL AT at 3 years. I think it makes sense to take a chance on him. And he's medium top 9. Wow, a lot of good signs there. Just didn't happen. I actually have back-to-back picks again. We'll take Jake Likens. And he's a medium top 6 defenseman. All right, so I'm getting a little bit unlucky. Another 4th round pick. That's actually hilarious. I guess we could try Foss here, who's supposed to be low elite. And he's a low top 6 grinder there. So we're doing okay in this final draft. Again, none of these players obviously going to make the team. So we're just looking for trade value. 152 at this point. Let's just take the gem. Butler, probably a low elite. And he is. Only 48 overall, but 5th round, that's a good spot. Next year, guys, I'll probably take Norquist. Could be medium starting goalie from Sweden. 58 backup in the 5th round. That's actually our last pick. Okay, never mind. There's one more guy I have pins. Let's see if we can make a trade. See if the Red Wings will give us a 6th here for Kulich and Lindstrom. They do. Wasn't going to probably bring either of those guys back. So I'll send that last pick, guys. Our last pick in the Washington Capitals franchise series. We'll see how this guy turns out. It is Spencer Smith. Probably low top 6. 58 overall, low top 9. Definitely could have been better, but not the worst pick either. So honestly, guys, we have a lot more picks there than I expected in the final draft. That just means we have, a lot more options for trade. Again, to the re-sign phase here, guys. As I mentioned, that trade for McDavid actually saved us a bit of cap space. We've got 11.2 million. So DuPont is obviously going to ask for 8 or so. 10.9. On a 1 year, it's still 10. Oh my goodness. I mean, okay, honestly, usually they're more willing to accept if it's the years they want. So we'll try 4. And we'll try 9.5. He went up to a 90, so I knew he was going to cost us a lot of money. I'll make that offer because I think the way we have the team set up, no one else really needs a deal other than Legacy, who, like I said, probably going to get traded. I don't think we have the cap space. Line qualify for $1 million. What does Legacy want? He wants 5 too. Oh, 2.8 for 1 year. We could actually probably do that in the fall. And now looking at goalies here, guys, I think we just have to rock Ball and Solid as our tandem next season. Maybe we'll, try somebody else at the deadline again. Vinny kind of worked, kind of didn't. Lindback, our high league goalie, definitely need to get him locked up. The low lead as well, 2062. Don't want to lose him for nothing, so offer him a contract. I feel like, everyone should say yes. DuPont, so far, it's a bunch of prospects. DuPont rejects, wants to test for agency. It's always funny when, an RFA says that. I guess first things first, I better qualify, 5.6 million. I'll try the 1 year first, same money, see if that makes him say yes. Still rejects it. Try 4 years, 10 million bucks. Wow. Okay, we're gonna wait on him because that's almost exactly what he's asking for. And I think he's the only one we have to sign. Just gonna look here, unsigned players. Everyone there is 65 or below. All those guys that got qualifying offers, they're just AHL players. Goalie-wise, we're good. So yeah, we'll just wait till later in the summer, get DuPont locked up. Actually, you know what, guys? I changed my mind. I'm scared of an offer sheet, so I'm gonna give DuPont an extra 100K there on a 1 year deal. And he says yes. Okay, so we got him under contract for the final season. We still have just under 2 million in cap space. Again, if we wait till the fall, could probably get Legacy, honestly, to accept that on a 1 year. Again, I did not want to have somebody offer DuPont $12 million. Screw us over. But now next year, guys, we'll take a look at free agency. Just see if there's any, good AHL players or something. Brant Clark's up to a 93. Same with Petey. Okay. 94, Leo Carlson. UFA, that's kind of nuts as well. We also got Lundstrom here, is a UFA at 26. Geez, Joakim Kamel 89, Berggrens an 88. Taking a look at goalies, you got Vinny there, Bottinger, two-way goalies here, medium starter. Honestly, I think we're good for goalies. Now, players here, Porter Martone, 25.79. I think we have a few open spots in the AHL team now, so give him a contract. There's also two guys here I think went undrafted. 2057 low top 6 and a 1951 low top 6. Might as well just get him for free. Thomas Bordelot here, 81 overall. Could just be like an AHL star for us. Do like 1 year, 950K. Kulich as well was good for us. I could bring him back. Try and win like one more Calder trophy, why not? Alright guys, so Swift there accepted our offer. Here's one of the guys I think went undrafted. Same with Bayer. Now Kulich there accepted as well. He'll be in the AHL team. Same with Bordelot. Martone, just kind of loading up like I said. Try and win another Calder. Dropping down around, trading away some prospects. Don't really make sense. And now since I'm still a little bit worried about our goalie position, guys, I'm actually going back to the Calgary Flames. Trying to get that 2 guy. Eric 2, 86 overall. Mealy potential. He had solid stats last year in the AHL. Basically what I'm thinking is, medium elite could get better. He's making no money. Worst case, we still have Ball. I'm offering up Solend, who as a backup last year, below 900. Letting medium elite goalie was drafted. 4th round pick in the final draft. They want it. Value's on our side. Trades rejected. Value isn't there whatsoever. I mean, I'm willing to throw around like a 2nd round pick. We still have a highly goalie to trade. Bunch of prospects. Wow. They said that we were pretty far away in value. I honestly thought he'd be easier to get. Based on like the value they were showing. Honestly, Boudreau here, I don't think making the NHL team. AHL team's probably fine without him. And I could add like a 4th round pick back. At this point, like they get a backup, mainly goalie of the future, decent prospect, a 4th. They say yes, okay. So I feel like we've filled a lot of holes on this team at this point. Hopefully made the right changes. Time will tell. Look at this, guys. Who would have thought the same summer McDavid gets traded, Draisaitl gets traded as well, for the Montreal Canadiens there to the Ducks, with Joshua Waugh and a 5th round pick. Montreal gets Zellweger in a 3rd. That's crazy. So like, they don't win the Stanley Cup after winning 3 and 4 years. They traded away Draisaitl and Waugh. Waugh was a great player for them, 90 overall, tons of points. That's probably one of the biggest computer trades I've seen in franchise. Alright guys, we're in the fall now. Legacy's asking for 1.4 for 1 year. I'll see if they'll do like 1.25. I think that's really good value for 82. Will actually give us, by the time we move around some guys, probably a couple million in cap space once we get to the deadline. Again, if we are trying to add it up, I feel like we're definitely kind of just running out of spots. Legacy says yes. I got to test with the chemistry though, because if it's a -3 get on the bottom pair, someone's getting traded. And I was looking at the AHL team, guys. We could still use a couple more players. I figured why not bring back a couple of guys we have on the team I let go. But a Zoni there. I thought we wouldn't need. It turns out we do those. Too many guys got traded away or called up. Lindstrom as well, I think, was literally the captain when we won the Calder Cup. I'll give him an offer. And we could use a defenseman as long as they're like 75 or higher, which, look at this guy. Forche Gendron. Wow, 2-way defenseman, 90 D awareness, 80 overall. I mean, yeah, for 1 year, why not sign him? All right, guys, so I just took a look at the team, and unfortunately, the bottom D pair still has -3 chemistry. I'm trying to make a big splash here to get this immediately defensive in the wild. 88 overall, 20 years old, on the last year's entry level. Luckily for us, we've only got 1 year left. He also wears number 94, which is pretty cool, my birth year. So I'm offering up Lindback, the high elite goalie. He's a sick prospect goalie, but obviously he's not going to be in the NHL the final year. I think he actually has the same amount of value, maybe more, so 1 for 1 we'll try. If not, we can obviously add. Trades rejected. Value just isn't there whatsoever. Try adding Sidhu there, who I think I almost used in another trade. Plus we could do a 2nd round pick. Start off with this. Trades rejected. Might as well try the 1st. They said we're a bit off in value. Okay. With this Wahlberg guy, put it through. He's 27. Wow. Okay. So that is a huge trade for us. Mainly defensive. And I didn't actually have to trade away either of the guys we already had. That way we can try and maximize chemistry. That one will just go to the AHL, I guess. And actually, guys, after that trade, I still need one more AHL forward. We're going to sign this Fernstrom guy, 2680, 90 D awareness. I mean, probably just playing 4th line anyway, so it should be a good fit. And actually, guys, I want to make one more signing here. Olofsson be our AHL backup goalie. We currently have like a 65. I'm trying to make potentially like the best AHL team of all time, as you guys are about to see here in a couple seconds. All right, guys, so the team is set for next season. I'll show you what it's looking like. I think the NHL team should have a legitimate shot again at the Cup. Hopefully, we're finally going to get lucky, though, in the playoff sim. So first line there, you got McKenna, Hagens, McDavid. Like, that's pretty nasty. McDavid has dropped in rating, but it's still Connor McDavid. They get a +5. We got Archevsky there, who was our best player in the regular season last year. Playing McCam, who's now 90. Matthew Tkachuk, still 92. Brady Tkachuk's on the 3rd line now, playing with Catton and Crystal. Brady Tkachuk's probably like the most expensive 3rd line in the league, $11.5 million, but gives us a ton of depth. 4th line, you get the Grieva twins playing with Maloney. Here's our main league grinder. Probably the perfect fourth liner. Like, are you kidding me? Look at defensive stats, 94 shot block and stick check, 5-star physical, pretty good hands. Offensive awareness is solid. He could be faster for sure, but that's about it. Defensively here. So somehow we still have -3 on the bottom pair. I've got Legacy Dwyer here, 84-85. I can't get rid of it. Like, I'm trying, unless basically I put Hughes or DuPont there, which I'm not going to do. I can't get rid of the -3, so I guess we're stuck with it. Hughes and DuPont, of course, on the top pair. Howden and Wayne-Gretzky on the second, Legacy Dwyer on the bottom. I mean, that's still such a sick defense. Like, 291's top pair, 84-85 on the bottom. A lot of depth. Goalie, Eric Tu's our starter, ball backing him up. Again, I tried to, like, make moves everywhere to make sure this team had no holes. We just got to get lucky. As I mentioned to you before, guys, AHL team, they should be the front runners for a Calder Cup. We got Bradley Hoffman here. He's an 84, 99 passing. Awesome shot, too. Basically, like a slightly worse, maybe honestly better, depending like what stats you look at, version of Crystal. But Crystal was actually drafted by the Capitals real life, put up 50 points last year. He's staying on the NHL team. And then defensively, that guy's not as good as like the Greva Twins or Maloney. So for now, he's just going to be an AHL All-Star. Might trade at the deadline. You guys can let me know. Explain Alexis Joseph was in the NHL last year. Coolidge. I mean, you look at this team here. It's mostly 80s. A couple of guys that aren't are high 70s. Defensively, Von First, who's a low elite enforcer defenseman. He's on the top pair with Casey, who's the best AHL defenseman of all time. You got Muse. You got that guy we just signed, Forte Gendron. Vorobev, Hobbs. Like, the defense is good. Ekman's our starting goalie, 81. All of a sudden, we just signed back him up, 78. AHL team also looks really good. So, in the final year, trying to win both the Stanley Cup and the Calder Cup. Is it going to happen? Probably not, but definitely, you know, giving it our best bet. And we still have some assets we can move at the deadline if we wanted to as well. Finally here, guys, I'll share the ratings. We've got, okay, come on, 100 offense, 100 defense, 89 goaltending. Hopefully, year 10's finally our year. If you guys enjoyed this one, leave that thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed yet, hit sub button down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have a nice day. Goodbye.